Akuko Abia is here. Hey, I salute everybody. My name remains Eminiki Rebu, the Akuko Abia man. The man na korunu hine minabia or more kana Eminiki Rebu and His Excellency in view. I salute you. So today, we want to look at all the rumbling and bustling and everything happening in Abia State political space. A lot is happening. A lot is happening, my people. Before I talk about that, let me say something. At the moment, all the states in the southeast that have been issued, we are ahead of. Let us say the truth to ourselves. At the moment, they are far ahead of us. So that makes it important that 2023 election should not be left to politicians alone. Every one single Abia son and daughter must make sure he or she is involved in deciding who leads the state. This state has to move forward. Governor Kese in the next 1 year will be rounding up. He has done his bit. But where we are now, we shouldn't be here. Let the truth be told. And the bulk of the challenge may not be coming from him alone. It is coming from subsequent governments too. So we need somebody as governor that will take us a leap, that will jump us, that will push us forward. That's what we need. We need somebody that will push us forward. So that means everybody must be involved. Are you a pastor? Whatever is your profession, be involved this time around. If you love the way Abia State is at the moment, then it's good for you. But if you don't love it, you want this state to move forward, then you have to get up. Stand up. Go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. Let us elect who we want to lead this state, that can move this state forward. For those of you who are saying, oh, it has always been that way. After we vote does not count. This time around it's going to count. Take it to the bank, it's going to count. So go and get your PVC. That's it. People have been calling me on phone and asking what is happening. What is happening in Abia? Why are people withdrawing? Why are people withdrawing? What is the issue? Maybe we are having withdrawal syndrome. It's another new disease in Abia State. Withdrawal syndrome. Okay, but let's joke apart. What is happening in Abia State today can either make Abia State or mar Abia State. That's why I said in the beginning that everybody must be involved. It can either make Abia State or mar Abia State. And I know most of us want this 2023 election to make Abia State, to move Abia forward. It is a time for Abians to pay back parties in the coin they are presenting us. If they present a candidate we do not want, let us vote them out. If they present the one we want, let us vote for them. This is the time. It's not the time for us to be saying we are partisan. It's not the time for us to say we are from Mungwa or from Oho or from Bende. No! This is the time of Abia first. Think of Abia State first before anything. So let's look at the issues. What's the problem in PDP? There's what we call internal democracy. Internal democracy is the process of parties themselves making sure that the activities inside the party is based on democratic tenets. They are following democratic footsteps in the party. That's what is called internal democracy. Am I communicating? Okay. So the problem is this. If a party fails to follow due process, to observe their laws, their own laws, and fail to follow the Electoral Act in their party, that means they are not following due process, they are not observing internal democracy. It becomes an issue. So bulk of the problem in the PDP now is the issue of internal democracy. While some people who are upset in the party are saying that the party have not observed internal democracy, other people who feel that the process is favoring them are saying that the party is observing internal democracy. Some people say, this same thing that is happening is what has been happening since. Why are these other people complaining now? But the question is, should we continue doing the same thing that have not moved us forward, and then we make boast of it? If you continue doing the same thing and expect a different result, is that not madness? That's madness. So that's the major issue. Now, to make you understand better, every party presents candidates to INEC during the election. And for these candidates to emerge, there are internal elections that hold in those parties. That is what parties call primaries. Those elections is the election that determine who becomes the flag bearer of the party, either as a House of Assembly member, or a House of Rep member, or a senatorial flag bearer, or a governorship flag bearer. Now, for these primaries to hold, there are other processes. There are people that elect them. And those people, one part of them are called the statutory delegates. Statutory delegates are people that have held elective positions before, or are currently holding elective positions, or are holding elective positions in the party. They are called statutory delegates. Then we have ad hoc delegates. Ad hoc delegates are elected before the primaries. They are part of the people that will go and do the election during the primaries to elect the party flag bearers. Am I communicating? Unfortunately, at the moment, the recently signed electoral act, amended act, excluded the statutory delegates. So the people that are remaining now to run election is the ad hoc delegates. I remember I said that ad hoc delegates are elected first within the party. They are elected. It is them that will now go and elect those people that will be flag bearers of the party. Now that is the point of departure. That's the point of problem. That's the point of wahala. These people that are withdrawing from PDP are saying that the election that is expected to produce the 3-man delegate did not hold. While these people that it seems as though the process is favoring are saying it held. Akuko Abia. Now remember that before even the 3-man delegate to be elected, there are other processes. The party must first notify INEC, give INEC 1 month notification that their 3-man delegate primary election is going to hold. Now, if they fail to hold it, like what happened in PDP the first time, they will write again and give INEC 7 days notice. That is where the problem is. These people that are aggrieved are saying that the party did not follow due process. They did not fully inform INEC, and INEC have accepted in a letter written to them by a lawyer, which they reply that they were not aware of the second date scheduled for the primary, for the 3-man delegate election. That they were not aware. You get the point now? You get the point? You get the point? So, now remember, if they had written INEC, whether INEC comes and observe or not, that's no problem. As far as they have written INEC, and INEC have acknowledged that they have written them, remember they should give INEC 7 days notice. If they fail to do the primary on the first 1 month notice they give to INEC. So that is the point of departure. So these people are saying that the 3-man delegate did not hold, that some people went and wrote the names, and these people are saying that it held. But unfortunately, I as a journalist in this town, Abia, and other journalists who have asked around, they say they too did not observe or report anything about the 3-man delegate election by PDP in Abia State. So that's where the matter is at the moment. So, 2 things may happen. Is either after all these primaries that PDP held, there will be fire and brimstone in the law, in the court of law in Abuja. At the end of the day, if court squashes that 3-man delegate primary, that means every primary that have been done and everybody who have been elected as flag bearers is vamoose. That's another level of violence. But if court says that they did 3-man delegate, that means it has held. Am I communicating? That is the issue happening there in PDP. So we wish them good luck. We wish them good luck. In APC, from beginning of this process of their congresses, if you have observed carefully, you will know that the process of congresses in the APC has obviously been skewed to favor our brother High Chief Ikeche Menike. So, what broke the camel back? While other bigwigs in the party are believing that the party will rethink, will stand their position and make the gubernatorial primary open for everybody to contest in a direct primary. Unfortunately for them, a memo from the National Working Committee leaked to the public, and that memo states that the faction of Ikeche Menike they have zoned governorship to them. And of course, the only governorship candidate on the faction of Ikeche Menike is Ikeche Menike himself. Matter close. Well, Abia will do their primary on Sunday, coming Sunday, so we expect that, we pray that they do their own successfully without any issue. So many parties are bubbling now in Abia State. That's what about. So, what's my advice to politicians? It is time for politicians, those that are withdrawing, to sit down and rethink. Not just rethink. It is time to throw away selfish interests and to look at the interest of Abia State. It is time for them to come back together, unite, knit up themselves together, and take a common front to move the state forward. Whichever way, it's important to tell Abians that no Abian should sleep anywhere you are. Are you an Abian in diaspora and all you do is Facebook warrior? It is bad. It is time for you, if it means for you to contribute your finances to move the state forward, contribute. And the election is the time. All the parties will present a candidate, but Abians should choose one that they believe will move the state forward. My name remains Akuko Abia. More things will happen. Just follow me. I'll give you up the update. Thank you, and God bless.